This is the local and national news from fabulous 103 FM, and it would be fabulous if you subscribed. It's easy. Click the subscribe button, and at the same time, click the like button too. A series of committees set up by the new planned parliamentary alliance has been called inappropriate by Caretaker Prime Minister Prayuth, according to Thai media, who cite all 8 parties as joining the committee, which is viewing current issues pertinent to Thailand, including power and fuel costs, drought, drug-related issues and the minimum wage. General Prayuth is quoted in Thai media as advising that meeting with government agencies is inappropriate, as despite winning the election they're not currently in power. He also stated that he wasn't starting any conflict with anyone, but that all should stick to the rules. The police siege on a Pathumthani home where a former owner shot a woman who'd bought his home after it was foreclosed on by the bank ended after dark. The woman had gone to ask him to leave. He fired 5 times at her as she stood in the street, and she was determined demised at the scene. He then fired at least once at police, who cordoned off the house. Family was called, and after intense negotiation, the man, who'd lived there for 20 years, was persuaded to hand himself over to police. 10 billion baht is the amount that police believe was stolen from Thais and non-Thais by a Chinese couple arrested in Bangkok and charged with heading up an operation that defrauded people through investment scams and money laundering. 6 addresses were raided, no word on how many others were nabbed, but the operation, headed up by Thailand's Cyber Crime Investigation Bureau, was assisted by US experts, and some of those defrauded were in the US, the UK and other countries too. In Sukhawadee, a 10-year-old who created pictures with a difference has been accepted by a renowned Thai artist as a student. The youngster developed his own style using modelling clay to create artwork, which he in turn sold to raise funds toward his mother's cancer care. Honoured too by the provincial governor, who also donated an amount towards mum's care. The lad lives with his mother and father, who's a rubber farm worker, and earlier this month was treated to a trip to the White Temple in Chiang Rai, where he showed his work to the temple creator, who, we're told, has now taken him under his wing. Meanwhile at home, and demolition teams sent in by Pattaya City Hall began their challenge of vandalising the Sukhawadee house buildings on the Sukhumvit yesterday. Their task, well, is to make it unusable, after a series of court orders deemed a large part of it to have been built on either government land or illegally built. Around 10 years ago, the complex of beautiful buildings was opened to the public after the owner, Panya Chotitawan, the founder of Saha Farms, paid to build what he described as a proof to the world that Thailand could create wonderful architecture, along with laid out and well-manicured gardens. The buildings hosted artefacts from around Thailand and displayed a collective history. But many months later, those at the time in power in the city deemed that a part of it overlapped public rights of way. That then was finally resolved by the owner, only for further claims to be made that other major buildings were built without permission. How that could be hasn't been explained, as the size and prominence of the site didn't exactly lean towards secret construction, but it went all the way through to the administrative courts where the city won. End result appears to be the loss of one of the few areas of total splendour in the city. Saha Foods grew from one man's vision and 5,000 baht into the largest chicken wholesaler in the nation, supplying supermarkets globally with pre-packed meals and chicken. It's clear that there's no financial gain in building the complex at all, but sledgehammers and diggers were seen yesterday smashing tiles and ripping up concrete, and the city's determined that the owner demolish or they will, and they'll bill him for the pleasure. Police and immigration officers arrested a Chinaman yesterday in Nong Pru charged with money laundering more than 2,500 million baht. He and others are charged with converting money scammed by call centres into cryptocurrency. And yesterday a tourist with a Chinese tour group escaped the clutches of his tour guides to roam off on his own, ingest whatever substance and end up climbing up a hotel building in Pattaya. From a 3rd-floor balcony, the 22-year-old acted like a lunatic, according to police reports, swinging from iron railings and claiming that a taxi driver had stolen his phone. Reality appears to be that he climbed from the taxi car window to enter the hotel and left his phone behind. That was given to him, and as he calmed down, he was taken away to sober up before questioning. And good news from the Take Care Kids Foundation that cares for abused children here in the city. Their walking hero who is rambling from Pattaya to Phuket in a sponsored walk intended to raise funds for the home's new building, is reported to be within 50 kilometres of Phuket, despite rain in the region there. Check out Take Care Kids on Facebook and donate to support the finish of their new home, which houses numerous children who were all given a second chance in life. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 33 dropping down to 28, the real feel of 41 and the promise of an overcast day with wind. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.